Imagine standing in the middle of a vast, empty desert. Flat, dry, and completely silent. You look around and see nothing, just cracked earth stretching to the horizon. But the moment you rise into the sky, everything changes. Beneath you, carved into the desert floor, are enormous drawings. A hummingbird with wings spanning over 90 meters. A spider so perfectly geometric it looks machine-made. A monkey with a spiraling tail stretching nearly 50 meters across. Lines so straight they seem drawn with a ruler, stretching for kilometers without a single deviation. Nobody moved them. Nobody painted them. They were made by scraping away the top layer of reddish desert rock to reveal the pale earth beneath. And they have been sitting there completely undisturbed for over 2,000 years. This is the Nazca Desert of southern Peru. And the question that has haunted researchers, archaeologists, and curious minds for nearly a century is not just what these lines are, but why a civilization with no aircraft, no satellite, no way of ever seeing their own work from above, why they made them at all. That question is what we are here to explore today. The Nazca lines were first brought to serious academic attention in 1927, when Peruvian archaeologist Toribio Mejia Zesp noticed the massive designs while hiking in the surrounding hills. But it was not until the 1930s, when commercial pilots began flying over southern Peru, that the true scale of the geoglyphs became clear. The Nazca people, the civilization credited with creating these lines, flourished in this desert region between roughly 100 BCE and 800 CE. They were not a primitive people. They built sophisticated underground aqueducts called puquios, many still functioning today, to survive in one of the driest places on Earth. They wove extraordinarily detailed textiles. They understood their environment deeply. So when we ask why they built the Nazca lines, we have to start by taking them seriously as engineers and thinkers, not as people who accidentally created something they didn't understand. Today, researchers have identified over 800 straight lines, 300 geometric figures, and 70 animal and plant designs spread across an area of approximately 450 square kilometers of Peruvian desert. The sheer scale of that number is staggering. The lines include not just animals and plants, but also hundreds of perfectly straight lines, geometric trapezoids, and spirals. Some lines run for up to 9 kilometers in near-perfect straight trajectories across uneven terrain. That alone is a remarkable engineering achievement without modern tools. So how did they do it? Researchers have demonstrated that the basic technique, removing dark surface stones to reveal lighter ground beneath, requires no advanced technology. In the 1980s, researcher Joe Nichols successfully reproduced a scaled Nazca design using only wooden stakes, rope, and simple surveying methods, working in grid-like sections with a small team. The construction itself, it turns out, is not the mystery. The mystery is the intention. Why build something at a scale only visible from the sky, when the sky, for these people, was not a human vantage point? The most widely supported answer among researchers today is ritual and religious purpose. The Nazca Desert sits in a region where water was everything. Life and death depended on seasonal rains and underground sources. Anthropologist Johan Reinhard, one of the leading voices in Nazca research, proposed that the lines functioned as sacred pathways, walked during ceremonies as offerings to mountain gods and water deities, asking for rain, for fertility, for survival. The lines on this reading were not meant to be seen from above by human eyes. They were meant to be seen from above by something else entirely, by the gods themselves. Other theories exist. Astronomer Maria Reich, who dedicated over 50 years of her life to studying and protecting the Nazca lines, proposed that certain lines functioned as an astronomical calendar, pointing towards sunrise and sunset positions that marked critical dates in the agricultural year. Others have noted striking connections between the animal figures and constellations visible in the Andean night sky, suggesting the desert floor was a mirror of the heavens above. The debate is ongoing, and no single theory has fully closed the question. What we do know is this: the Nazca people invested extraordinary collective effort into creating something they themselves could never fully witness. That tells us something profound about their relationship with the world beyond what they could see. The Nazca lines are not a mystery, because they are inexplicable. They are a mystery because they reveal a way of thinking entirely different from our own. We build monuments to be seen. We create for audiences we know exist. The Nazca people created for an audience they could only believe in. And perhaps that is the most remarkable thing about them. Not the scale of the lines, not the precision of the geometry, but the depth of conviction it took to spend generations carving messages into the earth for eyes that were never guaranteed to look down. Whatever those lines meant to the people who made them, they meant enough to last 2,000 years. And they are still waiting.